Hey, friendos, Enforcer here. Just want to let you guys know why I haven't been making videos over at my personal channel. Or the last week, Steven Larson and said that would be in the hospital for a month. So, just want to let you guys know, just real quick, that last couple years ago, I did a random blood draw to check some other issues that I had. Turns out that I had some slight abnormal white blood cell growth. Took me to went to a oncologist. He said that your abnormal white blood cell counts high, but we can give you daily medication, keep it at bay, and every quarter go on and take a blood draw, see how they are, and just monitor them, see how things are going. Been doing that for about 3, 4, maybe 5 years. It gets to the point where in the morning you just wake up, you eat breakfast, you take your pills, and you go on about your day. That's how I was for, that duration of time. Well, probably about the middle of February, really started to feel sluggish, really started to feel slow down, but not to the point where it affected my day-to-day. I just would be like, wow, just at the end of the day, I'm just a little bit more tired than I should be. So I thought nothing of it. Get into March, and then I was starting to take naps at work during break and lunch, something I would never do. Usually I would just work through my 15-minute break at 2 o'clock, still take a lunch and all that, but I'd never just sleep. Fast forward to about the end of March, and I was getting to the point where I was having trouble getting up and down the stairs at home without being winded and in pain. Had massive inflammation in my ankles and knees. But unfortunately, stupidly, I had someone at work that was going to take a week off at the end of March and beginning of April. So I wasn't able to take any time off because I had to cover for him. So with the inflammation, everything hurting, short of breath, and everything going on, I stupidly thought, okay, we're all going to have Good Friday off, which was last Friday as I record this. I was going to have that off, and I said, okay, I'll go to urgent care and get this situation addressed. I couldn't make it till Wednesday. Had a coworker, Caesar, insist, but he said, I will not force you to go, but I'll take you. Took him up on the offer. They ran the first battery of tests. I looked pale as can be. And they said, okay, you are at least there's something wrong to where you are pale, you need iron. And that's what I thought, because people at work would also say, hey, I don't mean this as an insult, but you don't look good, you look pale. During that time, I bought some iron pills. Once again, I thought I could patchwork it, get to Friday. Couldn't do it. Went to urgent care. They immediately take me across the street to the ER, run a battery of tests, draw blood, uh, uh, check heart. I mean, also like my heart felt like it was about to jump out my chest just from walking from my car into work. So, turns out that the white blood cells, the abnormal ones, well, unfortunately, not long story short, we're already 5 minutes into this, but long story short, turns out that the white blood cells had decided to run wild in my body, and instead of what white blood cells normally do, which is help with infections, help with blood clotting, help just in general, they're supposed to be the helpers. Well, they turned against me. And they've been running wild probably since when I started to feel bad in the middle of February. I ignored the signs and pushed it off because I figured stupidly that I'll go to urgent care, they'll give me some sort of IV or cortisone shot for the inflammation and everything will be good. No. Turns out I have AML, acute myelophobic leukemia. Basically, the white blood cells have started to attack me, and that's why I felt so bad. So that's why after I had probably 4 or 5 bags of blood transfusions and probably the same of blood platelets, just to get my numbers to a level that would be manageable to even start chemotherapy. They started me on last Friday on 7 straight days of chemotherapy. I had 3 days where I had a direct injection, push of one drug, and then one that is a 24-hour drip. That right now, as I sit, there is 9 hours left of it, and then I will be 7 days into it. And you'd think, oh, okay, everything will be good. But no, what's going to happen is all the white blood cells, good and bad, that are in my body are going to be basically eradicated to where I'm not going to have an immune system. But hopefully, if there's an even playing field, my own body will start to, with the abnormal white blood cells, be able to, with those out of the way, good normal white blood cells will be able to go back into the bone marrow and feed into the rest of the body. But that's a process, though. I'm gonna be in here for 3 more weeks after the 7 days of the chemo. So right now I feel okay. I can talk with you guys, taking some breaths here or there. Just, well, it's emotional, but also I just gotta work the voice a little bit, you know. Also, I haven't been talking all that much. I've just been laying down, conserving energy, but I just felt like the outpouring of support that I've had from the friendos, personal friends, have been keeping me going. And I'm going to keep going, one day at a time, because that's all I can do. And that's all that my mission is. I'm not going to... Stupidly, I put this off because I was worried about work. one thing that I've learned is I'm going to start to be selfish. When it comes to personal health, hey, if you got no coverage, if you got no whatever, sorry, I got to handle this. But one thing I will say, my boss always said, nobody died because they didn't get a splint or a binder. And that's what I do. We manufacture splints and binding. Pull the curtain back. I'm not an actual enforcer beating up fucking people out there as much as I would like to. Actually, no, that sounds like a horrible life. But I got 3 more weeks. We're going to see if, given the bone marrow, a clean field, whether the good ones can, or the normal white blood cells can stroll in there, make themselves at home, and let's get rocking and rolling. If not, then we get into talking about, depending on how the numbers are, another round of chemo. Worst case scenario, trying to get a bone marrow transplant. But I'm not thinking about that. I don't have that on the agenda. My agenda is survive the next 3 weeks, get the hell out of here, show much appreciation for healthcare workers, because when you're at your lowest, they are at their best. When you don't want to fight anymore, they're the ones that are going to fight with you. And when your arm looks like this because you're getting poked and prodded, they're the ones that are making sure you're not getting infections, you're not getting anything that you don't need. From top to bottom here at Kaiser, from the support staff, from the cafeteria, overnights, the people that change out the soil, the support nurses that come in and check your temperature, the ones that get you water, the ones in the middle of the night when they're already working with somebody else and you hit a call button because you got an alarm on your IV. Those are the unsung soldiers, and appreciate them here. So today is a milestone. The chemo will be done in 8 hours and 43 minutes. But then the real battle happens, to where my body's got to start to fight and make sure that I'm not going to be in here for the rest of my life. Now, one thing I do have going for me is that even though I do feel like an old man, they say at my age, I got a pretty damn good chance. Just because I'm still young, viral, able to, live without assistance. I'm not 70, 80 years old. If I was 70, 80 years old, and this had been the diagnosis, and I had done what I had done, I would be dead. There are a lot of people that ask when they came in and see my numbers, that they were like, were you comatose? Were you coherent? And I said I never fainted, I never fell down. I was able to answer questions and function, but no, everything else is okay. But I'm gonna keep fighting. We're one we're at a milestone, so I'd figure once I got to this milestone, I'd let everybody out there know what's going on, because I know in the comments, in the sections, you know, live stream, they see me poke in there, and I feel the love. And I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate that. Keep going, and let you know exactly what the situation is right now. And still not gonna be around for at least 3 more weeks. I'm waiting for a mobile hotspot to get here to maybe I could do a run-in. But we'll wait and see. I mean, they said it got delivered on Wednesday, and who knows how long deliveries take from getting to the shipping department here to this hospital, a wing, and into my hands. I don't know, I let the nurses up front know. I gave them the tracking numbers and all that good stuff. But yeah, AML leukemia is what is keeping me off a stream. That's also why it's been a while since I did an unboxing, because I would get home and I'd be too exhausted to do an unboxing. I have maybe 3 or 4 jerseys that are sitting there that are just sitting in boxes, either from Ben or from Sports K or something like that, and I haven't gotten to them because when I get home, I'm like, I just want to go to sleep. And I'll end at this, and I appreciate anybody that got to the end of this thing. I'll say this: don't ignore your body. If you ignore your body, you're the one that is going to ultimately suffer the price, or pay the price. So listen to your body. Make doctor's appointments. If you have insurance, use that shit. Use that shit. It's there for a reason. Even if it's just maintenance, even if you think you're young and you don't need to, get yourself a baseline. Know what you're working with, and know that a year from now what the different numbers are, so that you can see if trends are happening. And yeah, that's it. Just don't ignore your body. Your body's the one that's going to be screaming out. And I chose to fucking ignore it because of work. No coverage. Ultimately, it seems so foolish. So dumb to be like, oh no, there's nobody here to make these pieces or ship this stuff out. It's not that big of a deal. Hold on. It's not that big of a deal. But you're gonna just get the assistance you need. And I'm sorry, doctor, but I'm gonna sign off now. Thank you, friendos, for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Put your happy thoughts down below. And one day I'll get back to my sim rig or unboxing jerseys like I always do. Okay? Peace out, everybody. Love you guys. Bye.